Hey guys, this is going to be my Project for Awesome video, and I'm kind of doing it on one specific homeless shelter and kind of about just homeless shelters in general. So over the summer, my church's youth group went to Catholic Heart Work Camp, which is basically a work camp, and it does have some religious stuff to it. It's a Catholic camp, but the main objective of the week is you're separated, you have kids from churches all across the nation, and we went to the one in Toledo, Ohio, and basically you're paired up into a group of people that you've never met, and you're sent off to do different things during the week. Some people built wheelchair ramps for houses, some planted gardens, like community gardens, others worked at soup kitchens. My group worked at a homeless shelter. I don't know how well you can see this. We worked at the Beach House, which is a homeless shelter. This is basically what the house looks like. It's in an old Victorian house. I'm pretty sure it's been declared like a historical landmark, but it's the Beach House Family Shelter, and we worked there for the week. And mainly what we did was we painted a bunch of the rooms to make them more upbeat, bright colors, and we had the idea, we were just supposed to paint the walls, but we did several other things. Danny and I spent one day hanging hooks on doors so they could have an extra place to hang clothes and towels and things, but some of the kids in my group had the idea to create a wall with the residents' handprints on them. And we ended up doing that and putting their handprints everywhere and writing love, faith, hope stuff on it. But over the course of the week, we really learned a lot about the Beach House, and it was just, to me, it was an incredible experience. The whole entire work camp was, but just so much of the stuff that happened at the Beach House was just amazing. I mean, you know that homelessness happens and that it's in the U.S., but I come from a really rural place, and even though there are people living in poverty, there's not really so much homelessness, because most of the time if you lose your house, then you have family to go live with or something, You don't see people wandering around on the streets where I live. The only time I've ever seen that is when I go to a big city. But when we were in Toledo, just seeing the families that were in the shelter, they came and went as we were there. Beach House is kind of a unique shelter in that it's a family shelter, although it does take single women as well. And you have to apply to live there. They only have so many rooms, and basically while you are there, there are certain times of the day that the residents have to be out of the house, and during that time of the day they're supposed to be actively seeking a job, and Beach House provides them with services and things to kind of help them find a job and help them find housing, permanent housing, while they're there. But you have to apply there and things like that. But it's a really, really great way that helps them try and live a better life once they leave. There is a time limit on how long they can stay there. But it was just, I remember the last day there, they had a cookout with us and the residents, so we could kind of meet the residents that we hadn't met already. And a man came in with his daughter, who was probably just a little over a year old. And he came in with her, he was a new resident. He showed up while we were there, while we were painting the wall with all the handprints, and we had him and his daughter put their handprints on the wall, and he had to go fill out a bunch of paperwork for since they were just moving in, and they needed someone to watch the little girl. So me and one other girl in the group were kind of playing with her, and it was just absolutely amazing to me, because this little girl is just a year old, the most adorable child ever. And the whole entire time I was playing with her, I kept thinking about the fact that she doesn't have a home and she's currently stuck in this shelter, which is a great place, but she still doesn't have a home. And that kind of, even though I've been working in there all week, seeing her was kind of the biggest thing for me, the biggest mind-changing thing that I saw that week. But that week just kind of completely made me rethink homelessness, and like we got to talk to a lot of the residents, find out like how they wound up in the shelter and things like that, and it was just an incredible experience. And I know the beach house has a Facebook page, which I'll link down there. I don't know if you can buy these shirts online, but the money towards these shirts does go to the beach house, and I'm pretty sure there's a way that you can send donations that you can probably find on their Facebook page. And I mean, donating to the beach house would be great, but I mean, I'm sure you have a homeless shelter near you. Just support a homeless shelter, because it's really not most of the people's fault that they're there. It's just bad luck and things, and a lot of them, some of them maybe not, but a lot of them really are trying to make their lives better. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye.